Hey, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh, and today we are talking about the Turnigy 9X transmitter. And my buddy Josh is behind us right here. He's getting stuff ready, so let's go check it out. What's up, pal?
Well, I was going ahead and I was tweaking this, and dude, I found your first radio for you. I think this is the one.
Thanks.
You like that? You like that?
I'm ready to fly.
Well, I gotta tell you why it's your first radio, man. Yeah. Did you like the switches?
I love the switches.
Go ahead. It has lots of switches, but that's not the only reason why. It has turning knobs.
Oh my gosh, it's got switches and knobs.
Yes, but you know what? Here's the neat thing. You have 9 channels on this bad boy. Imagine all the different things you can do with this.
I can imagine quite a bit, actually.
And here's the other good thing about that. It's user-friendly enough you'll be able to program it too.
What are you saying?
Huh?
What are you saying?
Basically, I was flying this airplane here,
Okay.
and I wasn't happy. I wanted to change some settings around here, so I just want to watch this. I want to change my my flaps from this guy to this guy. All right, watch this. Don't time me now, okay? Ready?
Ready
for it. Look at this. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna inhibit this, and now.
What do you know?
Look at that.
True.
You could program this radio.
So basically, whatever is more convenient for you.
Exactly. The neat thing about this radio that I really liked and other radios don't give you is you can actually assign switches on this thing.
Okay.
You can actually inhibit some functions and actually enable other functions, and you have full control over basically what you assign it to. Not only that, you like helicopters, right?
Yeah.
You want to fly heli?
Who doesn't?
This can actually has programmability for helis and also gliders. You haven't touched anything with gliders yet, but you know what? Gliders are a lot of fun.
Really, I haven't touched much of anything at all.
You know what? The reason I think this is going to be the perfect radio for you now is you can hold up to 7 airplanes on this, so you can have anything from gliders to airplanes to helis, and you'll be able to have a lot of fun with
It's
it.
got 9 channels.
9 channels.
You can have 9 weapons.
Imagine all
of
the fun
different
things you're going to be able to put on this thing.
Shh, I'm thinking like a cauldron of boiling hot water.
That's a little dark, Josh. You're scaring me now.
Some arrows with flames on the
Why
ends.
don't we stick with fun things like streamers, toilet paper, maybe water balloons? How about water balloons?
Yeah, if you're throwing a birthday party for a 3-year-old, sure. But I'm thinking, I'm thinking some crazy stuff here. 9
Well,
channels. That's
I'll tell you what. Why don't we go inside? I'll show you some reasons why I think this is a perfect radio for you.
Okay.
And we can go from there.
All right, let's
Sound
do
good?
it.
Here, I'll let you carry it. Don't mess with the throttle. The plane's on.
No throttle.
Okay. All right, bro.
All right, let's check it out.
Let's check this thing out. I'll tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and turn it on for us? Center switch.
Center switch.
Center switch. There you go. There you go, brother. Now, not only does this radio have 9 channels, but it holds 7 models. So you're gonna have any airplane you want out there. Okay, you'll be able to.
You can fly seven planes at a time?
No, just one at a time. But here's the thing. Think of this. You go out to the airport. You have 7 airplanes in your car. Okay.
Yes.
You take off the first one. You crash it. You can dial in the second one. You take off that one. You crash it.
Which I probably will.
That'd be pretty darn cool. Yeah, not the crashing part though. I didn't mean that way. You can do that all the way up 7 times. And I know you are a talented guy. You're going to be able to handle it before you get to number 7.
Charm.
This actually has 3 functions. You can actually fly airplane, heli, or glider. And most radios just give you airplane or heli mode. They don't give you the glider in there, which is really nice. Your crow settings, all those intricate computerized mixed settings, which we'll talk about later, are actually incorporated into this radio. So you don't have to worry about outgrowing this anytime soon. One other nice feature on this thing is it actually is very, very user-friendly to program. The buttons, once you go through it a couple times here, you'll be able to figure out what's going on. Enter simulations as simple as holding down on the menu button. You can easily dial in anything you want. If you're going to go to different airplanes, you see on the transmitter. There you go. There's all your different airplanes, your types of airplanes. You can actually have up to 4 modes, mode 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mode 1 and 2 is actually the most common for American and abroad pilots. But the other 2, hey, maybe people want to use those too, so that's kind of nice.
Options are endless.
Options are endless, and that's a good thing. Now, you have your dual rates expos on all 3 rates. You'll be able to control dual rates and expos on your rudder, elevator, and aileron, which is wonderful. Most radios.
And on your weapons?
Not on your weapons. But you know what? Check this out. You have these control knobs here. You can actually now dial your servos in where it actually no longer one hard way, one the other way. You can actually turn it and make fine adjustments. Now, guess what that would be useful for?
For weapons.
For weapons, or pointing and aiming things, or hey, FPV, pan and tilt.
Yeah.
That'd be excellent.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like FPV.
And weapons
a couple
too.
future episodes. And weapons too.
Thinking if I can get something to drop like hard-boiled eggs, that'd be great.
That's a little better than a cauldron of scalding water like you were. You're toning down. I appreciate that.
Well, you know.
As far as programmability, programmability.
New word.
There are a couple drawbacks on this, and we're going to actually have the link to the manual for this, because there is no manual included, and that's a very unfortunate thing. On a computerized radio like this, you really need some literature to guide you through it. But we found that on the internet, and we're going to have that on our website, so you guys will be able to go there, download it, and
Print it off,
and use it.
Write it by hand while you're looking at the
I'll tell you
screen.
what, going back to the value, you got to always base things on the value you get it for. For around $70, it's a great value, so I'm going to take that as a grain of salt. As long as we have a way to get the information, we're good.
Yeah, you just need a computer.
Go to our website, you'll find that. Up to 7 programmable mixes, which is amazing. Basically, as you get to bigger and bigger, better airplanes, you want to mix, like say you're flying a pattern ship.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can fly a pattern ship with this airplane because it's a full range capable airplane. So say you're flying a pattern ship, you want to dial in some differential, you want to dial in some mixing. Say when you give it throttle, it wants to pitch up, you want to dial in some elevator. You have up to 7 programmable mixes on this thing. So you can actually easily go through and dial in your airplane just like you would on a $400 or $500 radio.
Wow.
And one thing I really love about this is you have 3 control knobs on this, so you actually can dial on your pitch, pan, and who knows what the third one would be.
The spin makes it spin.
Maybe
circles.
zoom. Hey, you know what? You got up a good point. Guess what this feature has on this, or this transmitter has?
Spinning the circle.
No, it has a snap roll feature. Now they misspelled
made that up.
They misspelled snap roll. It actually should be called snap roll. But this actually has a feature where you can dial in, where you flip a switch, and it'll make the plane snap roll. It was an old feature on some of the older transmitters, and they brought it back on this one. The funny thing is they kind of misspelled it.
Snap roll.
Snap roll. But that's okay. It's in there, and that's pretty darn cool, and I like that.
Pull a little snap roll.
Now, everything has a double-edged sword, right?
Yes.
Okay, you want to hear the double-edged sword about this one?
I do. Give me the ups and downs.
The ups and downs. Well, here's the definite down. Some of the terminology when you go into airplane mode, it actually holds the helicopter terminology. Throttle pitch, pitch curve, idle up, those kind of words don't go away. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to thumb around a little bit. We dialed in flaps a little bit earlier, and we had a little bit of difficulty figuring out where everything was because we were actually using pitch trim to control our flaps, and that was the proper channel for us, but we couldn't find it because it didn't change to flap when we were programming it from heli mode. So although you can program helis, planes, and gliders, unfortunately you gotta kind of mess around and kind of experiment a little bit to find out what does what.
So you need to be bilingual, basically.
By plane lingual, maybe.
By plane lingual. So what does it come with? Any stickers or anything?
No stickers this time, brother. I'm sorry to say that. A matter of fact, the only thing it does come with besides the glossy box is a full range receiver. And it's a nice full range receiver, but the bad thing is there's no manual, there's no charger. It takes simple AA batteries, 8 of them in the back is all you need. Matter of fact, speaking of the back, you want to see something?
Yeah.
This is kind of a cool thing. You have your module and actually unplugs, and you can actually swap out modules. Now some guys are actually putting different modules in made by different companies, slapping in, getting longer ranges, doing different things. It's kind of cool you have that feature where you can actually pop in a different type of module. Who knows, maybe they'll start coming out with 1.2 gigahertz modules and stuff. It's removable, that's cool. And brother, this is why I said this is a great radio for you. You want to take a guess what that is?
That is a camera.
No, it's not a camera.
Okay.
But close.
What is it?
The reason this is such a great radio for you, this is actually a training port. Right there, you can actually operate the training switch right here.
Yeah.
Remember how we were flying earlier and stuff, and you had the training cord on the Corsair?
Yeah.
We can do the same thing
Like
with this.
The umbilical cord thing.
Yes.
So it's like a belly button.
It's like a belly button. You got that. You got a belly button right on your
So it's
transmitter.
like you're the mom, I'm the baby. Umbilical cord, that's my belly button.
Yeah, that's a beautiful analogy, bro.
Yeah.
I like that.
Life.
Well,
it's
think
really-
about this.
That's what it's all about.
With this radio, we can now take up the F-18, buddy box you, and you'll be able to fly that F-18.
Yeah.
So speaking of F-18, you want to fly it now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it
right now. All right, well, we want to thank Hobby King for sponsoring this episode, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Let's go fly.
All right.